Ladies, I am cheering you on. I love what you're doing. Thank you so much for letting me be here. Have a great
You're such an amazing speaker.
Thank you.
Yeah,
This is fun.
So good.
So, Devaney,
Yeah.
Jimmy, nice to
Yeah,
meet you.
you too.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Thank you
so
guys so
good.
much.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
I love you.
You are so great. I know. Thank you so much.
What's your name?
Christina.
Hi, Christina.
This is my mom, Lisa.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool that y'all came together.
Yeah, we're starting a business together. It was a pleasure meeting you.
You too.
Oh, you're so cute. I'm gonna. Oh, okay.
Thank you. That's the greatest thing, because you go up and you're like, I hope this has an impact.
It does.
Lovely to meet you.
Absolutely, lovely to meet you. Thanks, babe. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
And I was telling my mom all about you right before this too. I was like, oh my
really?
god, you have to listen. Yeah.
Oh,
You
no, but
are an amazing speaker.
that means the world to me. It's my favorite thing to do, and so I really appreciate that. Well, so nice to meet you.
Thank you so much. Oh my god.
Best of luck.
Thank you. Thank you so much. You are so talented.
Oh, thank you so much.
You rock.
Yes.
I really appreciate it. So good to meet you.
So good to meet you.
Absolutely, thanks.
You did good. Okay, see ya.
Thank you. That makes me happy. I really appreciate it. It's my favorite thing to do, so.
I can tell. It's awesome.
Thanks. Hi, ladies.
Dr. Ohm.
Hi, how are you?
So good. Thank you for making us.
Nice to meet you, Jimmy.
Guys, been a good event so far?
Yeah, it's the best event I've ever been to.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
When I told you, like, nobody does this. Thank you so much.
So good.
Yes.
I was like, nobody does this their first time out in an event. Like, the fact that it's huge and there's all these people and the speakers, and I was like, you would think she was like a veteran, like, of events.
Yeah, that's what it felt like.
It's
Did
my
you
first
still get
event.
nervous?
It's crazy.
Yeah, but I don't look at it as nerves. I find that nervous and excited are the same thing, and so it's how you choose to. But like right before I came up, especially because this is a new audience for me, I haven't talked to, and so it's different if you know if you're jumping into an audience to be like, oh, these people follow me, they know me. But I know that most of the people in the audience today probably had never ever heard of me, and so you hope to get them on your side quickly, right? And what was so great about you guys as an audience is like as I looked in people's eyes, I'm like, oh, she's with me, let's go.
Hell yeah.
And one of the things I learned early on when it came to public speaking is not just to go up and talk at your audience, or here's my point. It really is a co-creation. And so I try to like, and maybe this was from acting days, it was like study, forget it, and then let it be what it wants to be on stage. So I've told that story before, but even like Philip has filmed me telling that story, he was like, that might have been the best version of that. He's like, this was different here and there, and I was like, that's good, because we've all heard speakers who are like, this is the 300th time they've said this.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Totally
feel honest
monotone.
anymore. But it's super vulnerable up there, because if you let yourself just do that, and I look you in the eyes and I'm like, oh shit, what was I gonna say next? Or I get to see if you're with me. Because then you get that nod and that smile, or like the little twinkle in the eyes, and you're like, they're with me. Or you decide to stay on a point a little longer, because you can read in their face, oh, this is resonating. Let's stop here for a little bit. Let's talk a little bit more about this. So I'm glad. Did you guys?
amazing.
That was
Thank
amazing.
you, yeah.
As far as audiences go, like you guys were the best. Because I was like, I could sit up
You
here.
were the best.
Yeah, you are the best.
You were the best.
Oh my God.
That's
Yeah, pretty amazing.
Laughing my ass off.
Together this many speakers,
Right.
So,
You're a performer.
You're like a
Thank you.
natural.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
oh, the first time you get a laugh, you're like, oh, that's so good. So.
Make me want to bounce out to the world. So thank you so
Oh my
much.
gosh,
for
thank you
that.
so much.
Yes.
If I could ever help, like please, like message me on Instagram or whatever. I answer all my own stuff, so absolutely happy to help.
Congrats on
Thank you
this.
so much.
Thank you so much.
Honestly, what you did was.
Well, and I appreciate it. For me, it's been keeping it off over a decade. You know, is because losing it is a big deal. I totally agree. The thing I've been most proud about is that I haven't put it back on.
Exactly.
You know, and it goes back kind of that morning routine. It was because I have clients and people and friends that still fluctuate, especially buddies of mine that they'll take off a ton of weight, put it back on because life happens, and drama and stress, and it's easy to revert back to those old habits. So, thank you. I really appreciate
Keep
it.
it up. It's awesome.
Thank you so much.
You're never
I appreciate
gonna go
it.
back to that fat Jimmy anyway.
And once you put a suit on like this, you're like, I want to stay in this. Hi, Chanel, Jimmy.
I've heard you speak before.
Okay.
You're amazing.
Where at?
It was at a Beachbody conference.
Okay.
And I am so passionate about storytelling. I actually just created a storytelling course for clinicians.
Awesome.
I'm a physical therapy doctor.
Okay.
And so I'm teaching clinicians how to connect to people online because it's like they're very robotic and they
Yes.
forget how to be human.
Dude, that's so. Now, what a specific, amazing market. It's not just storytelling; it's storytelling for these people that you're super dry and technical, and we need you to hit some people in the heart.
They're very disconnected from who they are, aside from who they are as a clinician.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to say thank you.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. So nice to meet you.
Yes.
Hi.
Would never know. Lost 60 pounds.
Shut up.
So it was
Great.
just awesome. Yeah, thank you.
So nice to meet you. Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Just want to shake a hand and say thank you. It was fabulous. You're such a fabulous storyteller.
Oh my gosh, thank you so
It's
much.
so exciting and interesting. Like, I had no idea who you were.
That's what I was telling people. Like when you step on a stage and you're like, okay, I know 90% of the audience has never heard of me before, and it's different than when you. It's kind of home field advantage when you know, like, oh, you know the audience.
Right.
Oh my gosh, thank you so
I'm
much.
sorry I didn't stop you and say anything to you yesterday.
Oh.
You were at a booth right next to
I was right next to you in a booth.
I
You were
know,
looking at
and
that
I-
beast stuff. Oh my gosh.
I just wanted to give you a hug. I didn't want to interrupt. I'm so
No, you're welcome. Thank you for saying hi. But when you do walk in and you're like, okay, these are a bunch of strangers. They don't know me from Adam. But then when you realize, like, you guys can't, you were such a great audience. It's like, oh, they're with me, you know, and to make that eye contact and check out with people, it was great. So thank you so
And
much.
I'm not like a fitness health person.
Yeah.
Totally different field completely. But I mean, your story and the way you told it and what you had to teach just came across crystal clear.
Thank you so much. And a
Absolutely
point I wanted to make on
fantastic.
stage and I didn't get to about storytelling is it doesn't matter if my story has anything to do with your
No,
story,
exactly.
but you find yourself somewhere in my
That was
story.
clear. You made it.
Right? Because
You
you're
made
like,
that clear.
okay, because I always think when people are like, oh, but nobody's going to relate with my story. My story's so unique. I'm like, okay, nobody in that audience probably ever had to sing at the edge of a stage in drop bottom pajamas either, but somewhere in the, right, thank God,
I
right?
did have to play the
But,
clarinet at the edge of the stage.
See- thank you guys for saying
great to
hi.
meet
So
you.
great to meet
Such
you guys.
valuable lessons. Thank you.
what was most helpful? Like, why?
I don't know, it's just cool you're a performer
Yeah.
as well. I'm actually an opposite end.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Yeah, absolutely. It made my
Thank
day.
you, I appreciate you.
Of course. Hi.
Oh my gosh, your talk was so good.
Thank you.
Love that. So you had like a theater background.
I did, yeah.
I loved your talk. It was so
Thank
good.
you. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. So nice to meet you.
I love your talk. It's like my first conference like this that I went to in the US.
Wow.
How are ya?
Are you out? Are you done?
Yeah, I'm taking the red eye back to Atlanta.
Oh, smokes. So great.
Great.
So good to meet you. How's the event been?
Awesome. Yours was one of my favorites.
Thank you. What helped the most? I'm always curious.
Your honesty.
That's good. Yeah, because I just feel like you don't want to just see somebody's like highlight reel. I feel like that's what social media has become. So you need to know where somebody's wounds were or what, because that's what makes us relatable, right? And I always tell people, I'm like, most of the time, the thing we're trying to hide, or the thing we tell ourselves on why we can't be successful, that's that thing. If we would share it, somebody goes, oh my gosh, you too, you know, and then that's why they want to work with us. But you know, we're so busy trying to have like the perfect Instagram post, make everything look perfect. We're no longer relatable anymore. So, and I would rather be relatable than just admired. So, but thank you guys so much.
Can we take a picture?
Let's do it, yeah. Awesome. Thank you so much. I'll be.
I just wanted to say hello to you. You're phenomenal.
you're too
I was
sweet.
like jump out of my seat, like
Thank you.
freaking out when I talked to you. And honestly, I hadn't heard about you before, and I don't like know what my life was before because now
So
I'm gonna be.
nice.
I mean, like the friend of mine who's I was sitting with. She and I we're like looking at each other as you were talking. I mean, literally, I'm shaking even now.
Oh my gosh, you're so sweet.
I mean, but no, it's true. I mean, like, literally life-changing. Just
you.
the things that you've said, like, so resonated, especially like I'm not a morning person,
Right.
I'm a night owl, and I mean, I'm like,
Right.
are you talking to me?
Right, those are the best when you're like,
right?
why are you talking to me? But when people tell me stuff like that, it's the same thing I'd ask myself. I'm like, okay, so how's that working out for you so far? And it wasn't working out for me. So I was like, we can change, or we can continue to lean on this thing and say, well, this is why I can't, or this is why they won't let me, or this is why I don't have permission. And it's like, the next time you think that, think I was just in a room with all these people and all these women that want me to succeed. Like, we all want you to win. you know? And so sometimes it's really easy, especially when we're just on the other side of this, to compare, to feel alone, to feel like nobody understands, my family doesn't understand, my friends don't understand, but then you can always go back to this and go,
Start making you cry again.
I know, but you have a tribe, you have people that want you to win, and like, just knowing you have somebody in this world, much less 500 somebodies that want you to win, and then reach out to those people, like, and you gotta act, because all this feeling, the emotion, it's gonna go away. It's amazing on whatever day, Sunday, Thursday, you're not gonna feel this emotion. So you gotta start taking action now. So the action's there on Thursday when there's no emotion.
Exactly. I mean, I really am. I mean, I am thrilled. This all was just meant to be. Thank you
Of
so
course,
much.
thank you for saying that. I appreciate it. Be safe getting home.
Yes,
Absolutely.
you too.
Privacy thing.
So are you a speaking coach? Do you have a speaking coach?
I've had speaking coaches.
Okay.
So
yeah,
I've worked
your story was so good.
I've worked with people like Roger Love and with Bo Eason.
Okay.
And then I think a lot of it is just when I talk about hidden hours, like when people are like, oh, you know, I get a compliment like this. What people don't know is like one of the first auditions anytime I was ever on stage, I literally just have a physical leg twitch. Like I couldn't. And so that's what I always say, you don't know somebody else's story. Like, oh, it just comes natural.
Right.
I'm like, no, it doesn't. You know, it's just a lot of
It's like overnight success, 10 years in the making.
10 years in the making.
Right.
And so, no, it's something that I want to help people continue to do. I mean, obviously, helping people like tell their story, however that is. You know, let's figure out the story, because some people want to write it, some people want to get on stage, some people want to do videos, you know, so, but we all have a story. We're just way too close to
Right.
it. And we think, oh, this isn't a big a deal, or it's not big enough yet. And that's what I thought for the longest time. I was like, who's going to listen to me? I haven't made X amount of money yet.
Right.
I haven't lost. It was in the middle of the weight loss. I haven't done this yet.
Right.
Or it's always who am I?
Right.
Right. And that's always
imposter
we have
syndrome.
to get on.
Always.
So-
Awesome. So great meeting you.
So good to meet you as
it
well.
was
Thanks for
just-
saying hi.
Yeah, very engaging, and yeah, it was awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Appreciate
great meeting you.
Of course.